All right, good evening, old school Texas Tech. Jordan and I both about to start getting busy with travel schedules and stuff like that. So we want to get a couple of important picks out of the way. And one of those is the first playoff game tomorrow night. Jordan comes from a family that's got a Notre Dame grad, and he's been a Notre Dame fan for a long time. So I thought I'd get him on to help with this pick. Seems like a really intriguing game. Two in-state opponents that never play each other or haven't played each other in a long time. So tell us a little bit about that and who you think is going to win the game.
Yeah, this one hits close to home. So I've said it before in other videos that my oldest brother went to Notre Dame, and he's the only other human that I know who his two favorite teams are Texas Tech and Notre Dame. Obviously, Notre Dame is one, and Texas Tech is number two for him. For me, flip it. Texas Tech is number one. Notre Dame's number two, and he always pulls for Tech. He's got some med school years at Tech as well, so he pulls for us. So I'm a big Notre Dame fan. Texas Tech and Notre Dame are the only two campuses out of the 20 or so that I've been to that I immediately became a fan of the school whenever I stepped foot. So it's interesting how that turns out as well.
Definitely.
This is
Definitely.
this is the first time ever that they'll have hosted a game on a Friday night. First ever. Because we all know college football is played on Saturdays, right? So um, yeah, this will be the this will history will be made tomorrow night in this game.
Interesting. When's the last time they played Indiana Notre Dame?
Said 1991. I was young. I was very young, and so were you. I wasn't really watching football in 1991, but
Yeah.
that was the last time that they've played. It's crazy when you think an in-state rival or an in-state team, 200 miles apart, they haven't played each other in 33 years. It's kind of interesting.
Very interesting. Very interesting matchup on many levels. All right. So what do you think's going to happen?
Straight up, I think Notre Dame wins 24-20, but it's going to be a very close game. And Indiana's a lot better of a team than people give them credit for. They're going to give them fits tomorrow night. They're going to come to play. And Indiana's very capable of winning that game. I think the spread is Notre Dame by 7. I don't remember what the over under is on it, but I see a low scoring, slug it out in the snow. I think there was a light dusting that's happened and like 10 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts. Indiana's a passing team, Notre Dame's a running team. I'd rather be a running team in that environment, but I still think Notre Dame wins 24-20 in a nail biter, and they fend off Indiana late.
Okay, yeah, I see a similar game. I don't know nearly as much about the two teams as you do. I've got Notre Dame winning 30-23. And the main thing is the cold weather and being able to run the ball and just the fact that it's a home game. And I think the even though they don't play often or haven't played in a really generation. I think there's probably a little bit of the little brother syndrome kind of thing going on. Even though they're different schools, one's a state school, one's a private school, but you can't say enough about what Indiana's accomplished this year, and they definitely, I agree with you, they definitely could win the game. I mean, they definitely could. I mean, it was some turnovers or something like that, special teams. They definitely could beat Notre Dame. It would not stun me at all.
Wouldn't stun me either, man. It's in fact that's what college football is all about. It wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise me. These are the 12 teams that are in there, regardless of what everybody says. All the analysts, all the 12 teams that are in there are pretty good. They're capable of beating anybody on any given day. That
yeah.
simple.
I think we might if we have time. We might do another video. I think there's about half 5 or 6 teams who have a realistic chance to win it. I think
So,
some of them are more outside chances, but anyway, it's going to be a fun game. I know it's going to be a fun game for you and your family. So obviously, Notre Dame's one of the teams I pull for most of the time. So I'll be rooting for Notre Dame in this one. But I think it's going to be a interesting matchup and an historic matchup in a lot of ways. So you've got 24-20 Notre Dame. Is that correct?
24-20. Yep.
And I've got okay. And I've got 30-23 Notre Dame. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'll just say my brother and his kids are driving up there to the game as we speak, so they'll be there, and it's going to be a cold one. If you think West Texas gets cold, go to Indiana in December. It ain't fun.
I get, I guess, yeah, I can only imagine, but that'll be a memorable game for your your brother's kids and everything. They gotta hope they're bringing. I'm sure they know if you went to school there. I hope they're bringing lots of warm clothes.
Oh yeah, they've got it all
All
packed
right.
away ready. All right.
All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. And I'll be coming back tomorrow. We had even more Texas Tech transfer portal news. So I'll be coming back tomorrow with some more updates. And then we'll see Jordan pretty soon again, too. So everybody have a good night.
Thanks, everybody.